We are live. This is Dr. Norbert coming to you from London on a beautiful Friday evening after work. The weekend begins here with MCP TTS Season 11. We have a fantastic quarterfinals match here tonight with Jacob Deaton back on the stream, one of my buddies from the depths of the United States in Iowa, against Longhiver, who is one of the infamous Montreal Shark Tank members. So looking forward to this match here tonight. And coming to me straight out of his holiday, 6 weeks of summer holiday in those filthy socialist Scandinavian countries, enjoying it only about a week or so in, but there he is, the Huggy Bear. Hello, Huggy.
Hello, Norbert. It's great to be on stream again. I watched your stream with Mike the other week, and that was a great one, for sure.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you could watch it in between, relaxing and reflecting on why socialism is actually not so bad, as it turns out. Anyway.
Well, everything's relative.
We'll get into that during the show, maybe. Let's look at these rosters before the boys get too antsy. So Jacob Deaton is bringing Beta Ray Bill, Core Widow, Sam Wilson, Crimson Dynamo, love that guy, Dr. Voodoo, Toad, Pyro, Luke Cage, Iron Man, and the Hulk.
Classic Avengers, pure power.
I think that's pretty much the roster he had last time we saw him stream. I'm very close to it. All right, let's see what the Shark brought. The Shark brought Dr. Voodoo, Sam, Bullseye, Black Panther, Black Cat, Hulk, Kingpin, Lizard, Rhino, and Ulik.
So, interesting. So a Criminals Avengers crossover.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
There are quite a few characters there that are great in both. So it will be interesting to see where the crises land, because that's certainly going to be determinant of what Longhiver elects to whip out.
Well, Longhiver actually wins the priority role, and I've been told that he is playing extracts. So the extract here tonight is his choice, and it is Research Station, and which is interesting. Well, maybe I'll play Kingpin with that one, and then oh gosh, he's definitely playing Kingpin. Deaton pulled Super Scoundrels secure, so this has got 5 secure points on it, which is why Kingpin loves it so much. And you always have cover unless you're being attacked by somebody who's sharing the same or who's contesting the same secure point. Whereas the researchers right down the middle, and you basically get 2 points for scoring the researcher and then potentially hopping him down towards one of the research stations where you can get an extra point. Woof. Woof. All right, let me look at the map real quick, and then we'll get into your analysis, Huggy Bear. We're playing good old Pat list. Demons Downtown. 35 points of terrain on the table tonight. Let's go take a look at what that table looks like. And 15 threat. They're going very narrow. So it was a choice between 15 and 20. And Deaton pulls out the 15. What a boss. He don't care. He doesn't need characters. It's all sheer ability. Okay, the map is as follows. You have the researcher here straight dead in the middle. You have the research station, or evac point rather, here and here. Deaton's given Deaton's taken. He gets to choose the map edge. He's decided to keep the building on his side, the size 5 building. Yep. Size 4 truck here on the top. Size 3 bugle. I think there's a dumpster hiding there. Dumpster there. Dumpster there. Police car there. Overturned police car here, size 2. Ambulance, size 3, size 2. So nothing too crazy, but Pat always got his size 4, but he's got the size 5 in here. So to point out again, the middle points here are the so-called extract, although they kind of behaves like a secure. And then the 5 secure points are there at the top, 2 at the bottom in the central, and then 1 hiding underneath the researcher, I guess.
Yep.
All right, let's get to the analysis, and I'll catch up with everybody on the chat while you do that.
This has me very excited because I assume that this is gonna, I'm certain that this is gonna give us a game of classic scoring MCP with a chess game of strategical moves, grabbing the VP advantage rather than a brawl in the middle where the dice can go either way. I think this is going to be a quality game for sure. And it's interesting that Deaton elected to go with 15 points. I assume maybe that Longhiver had some quite expensive criminals characters like Ulik and Rhino, meaning that it might become slightly more difficult for him to do a 5-wide criminals team at 15, because that's something that could give the advantage to him in the scoring game, because this is all about securing, as you said. Even the extract is secure here.
I know.
So the Kingpin leadership it's basically max value for the criminals for the Kingpin leadership here.
I know.
So we'll be interested to see if it's tempting enough, but 15 makes it slightly harder.
15 makes it harder for whom?
For Longhiver.
Yeah.
To make a 5-wide criminals team. Because you want to go as wide as possible and spread out on the points here. The fewer models, the fewer points you can score per turn. So, well, that's the obvious math of it all.
I totally agree. This is crazy. Like, this is a Kingpin wet dream here with 5 secure points and then an extract that's actually secure. It's brilliant for him. You got to say it's crims, but the 15 points sucks. It sucks so bad for him. So I don't know which way he's going to go.
He could go 4 wide with something along the lines of Kingpin, Black Cat, Ulik, and Lizard. That's a great team. Or something like Kingpin, Rhino, Black Panther, Black Cat. But still, it's going to be 4 wide. And against an Avenger team that can easily switch to brawling, I don't know. We shall see. Although there are a bunch of big terrain pieces on the table, which is a argument for bringing Rhino here. We could also consider the fact that Deaton is not having bio, which is also an advantage on a secure game, because having the last activation means that you can put the last hand, make the last changes to the board before end of round. So that's certainly an advantage for him.
Yeah.
And who knows? We'll know soon enough what they decided to go with, and I'll try to ponder on the explanation as to why the players
this is really
make
crucial
the choices they make.
Huggy, I'm going to ask you to rearrange your home situation. You're getting not pixelated, but stuttering. The internet is it's not good again. Do you want to go to the other room, perhaps? Yeah. It isn't as bad as last time, but I'm worried that it's going to get worse.
Right. I'll move if it gets worse, because that room is a bit crowded at the moment.
Oh, okay, fine. Did you move your router or something like that?
No, I haven't. Maybe I should reboot it.
Yeah, it could be.
If it keeps lagging, I'll reboot the router and see if that
works. It is actually doing it now. I think you might want to do it now before the show starts proper.
Right. I'll do it.
Thanks, buddy. Right. So we'll see if he has any trousers on. Oh, I don't think he does. He totally does not. He only had underpants on. He was sashaying out of the room outside of the camera angle. It's good to be streaming from home. Well, cheers, everybody. I hope you're looking forward to a nice weekend ahead of you. It's been beautiful here. Not warm, obviously. You can see I'm doing the beach bum outfit instead of the proper just beach kind of shirt on, because it's not that warm, despite being the height of summer here in London. But it's not raining. It is overcast. And I think that's enough of the weather report. I hope everybody else is enjoying the streams so far. We've been having a lot of matches being streamed, which has been really great, and a lot of new faces in these rounds, which has been fantastic too. We're in the quarterfinals, so we only have this round, the semis, and a final. So we're getting down to it. This is the top 8 here that we're seeing. All right, let us take a quick look then to see what these boys brought. Let's start with Longhiver, because I'm really curious to see how he manages the 15. Okay, now why isn't my... Oh, bloody hell, what just happened? Yeah. Why doesn't this one... Oh, because... There we go. Okay. Longhiver. He took, sure enough, Kingpin, Bullseye, Black Cat, Lizard, and Sam Wilson. Interesting. Interesting. He's taken No Matter the Cost, Fallback, Indomitable, Advanced R&D. Interesting. That's probably to turn Black Cat on, I think. Hey! And then Recalibration Matrix. Okay. That's a lot of characters for 15, actually. Pretty good. Then, Deaton. Deaton takes Core Widow, Dr. Voodoo. Interesting on a non-extract kind of a thing. Huggy Bear's calling me. Hang on. I'm back. Okay. Let's see. Let me call him back. Let's see. One moment, everybody.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, good. Hang on. Let me get you the screen, and I will go over what the rosters just came out. So we're good to go here. And
Fantastic.
let's put you on to the show. Double check if you're good. Oh no, it didn't come up. Hang on. Oh, there you are. Okay, good. You're on stream again. Right. So Deaton took Core Widow, Dr. Voodoo, Luke Cage, Iron Man, and Sam Wilson, along with Avengers Assemble,
Classic.
Brace, Fallback, Helios, and Heroes for Hire. So classic Sam list, right?
Yep, for sure. And the Helios laser is a trump card should there be some beefy criminals on the other side, which there are.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Kingpin, I'm going over it again. Bullseye, Black Cat, Lizard, and Sam Wilson, all of which I think are classic Kingpin characters apart from Sam Wilson, which is interesting. No matter
Agreed. Very interesting.
Yeah.
It did have a 5-wide 15 in there. Interesting.
Yeah, 5 wide. I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
No matter the cost, Fallback, Indomitable, which makes sense, and this thing, Advanced R&D, and Recal. So really good choices here in terms of their tactics cards.
Yep, that no matter the cost is certainly for turning on the troublemaker from Black Cat.
Yeah.
As many times as possible.
Cool. I said the same thing. So yay me, go me. And let's see what everybody else thinks about it in the chat. Let's see. People are getting excited about NashCon. Yeah, that's cool. Tell us when it's happening. I know it's in the summer, but I think it's in August. And people are not sure whether the what's that?
A lot of hype about. I'm hearing a lot of hype around Gen Con.
Yeah. Oh, everyone's super expectant that the wall will finally burst and we'll get some MCP news, basically.
Right. Have they done reveals at Gen Con previous years?
No. But this is the first time I think they're going there properly.
Right.
So they're 5 wide each. Interesting. So that's going to make things even. NashCon is August 17th through 20th.
This is really interesting.
Sorry. It's August 17th through 20th.
Gen Con.
Yeah, after Gen Con, precisely. Right.
Interesting. There is a terrain aspect to note here that Lizard is usually likes to deploy to the side and run for the opponent's secure, at least threatening to do so. But given how the terrain pieces are placed, it might actually be that it's hard for him to actually do that. The fire truck is blocking his landing spot on the northern side of the table from our point of view. And on the southern end, there is a rusty car wreck that makes it hard for him to deploy optimally opposite the southeastern scoundrel there.
Interesting. Okay. People are wondering why Black Cat was included, because maybe because he was worried about Hulk coming, but other people are saying it's just so that he could go 5 wide. Why do you think going 5 wide is so important in this situation?
As I mentioned before, there are a lot of secure points, and the more characters you have, the more points you are able to score each round. And I expect this to be a game all about scoring. Plaquette is a great character here because long move on Scoundrels makes it so that she can basically move from any point to any other point at any activation during the game. So long movers are generally great at this crisis. So
All right.
I'd say she's a solid pick.
So,
Let's not forget that Sam is a long mover too.
yes. So straight down the middle here on Longhiver side, he's put Kingpin just to the left of it, and Sam Wilson just to the left of that, but still quite centrally located. Lizard on the right side of the center line. Bullseye a little further right, but Black Cat flanking quite hard right, but still within the area of the secures. Meanwhile, Deaton has put Luke Cage and Black Widow straight down the middle. Iron Man just to their right. Sam Wilson just to their left. And Voodoo flanking hard here on the left-hand side.
Yep, possibly trying to have him threaten the southwestern Scoundrels point. However, that's going to be hard given the fact that there are criminals scoring double on that side. I'm not sure what he's trying to get out of that deployment, but I'm sure he has a cunning plan.
All right, I'm going to turn the clocks off. They're still bugged. I tried to relog in a couple times. Sometimes that fixes them. But tonight, the answer is no. So we'll check the clock occasionally as we go along. Starting the match here just about 6:45 London time. And we'll get an idea of what 2 hours should look like. So cool. We are into it. Longhiver making the first move. We're already checking things out. This is how sharks work, apparently. Sharks are out there. Ooh, I saw a great news story. You've heard of the film Cocaine Bear? Have you heard about that film?
I have not.
Yeah, so it's about a grizzly bear that gets into a bunch of coke left in the woods and goes on a murderous rampage.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, so I was reading the news today during lunch, and apparently they keep dropping bales of cocaine in the Caribbean or off the coast of Miami and stuff like that, and the sharks are going after the cocaine. So there's cocaine sharks. I know. I feel awful. I mean, we don't know what the shark physiology is like. You know, maybe they don't. I hope they don't react the same way as humans, because a shark as big as it is, even eating a kilo of coke at once has got to burst their heart. I mean, good Lord. But yeah, don't get into the water, I guess. Is the
I don't know what the water does to the coke, but yeah.
Yeah. So that Cocaine Bear was a true story? Oh, that's awful. I feel horrible. God, what is with these people? Anyhow, after all that measurement, Bullseye just decides to go ahead and contest the secure over there. Meanwhile, Core Widow decides to contest the home secure on that side. She's got stealth, which is quite nice. Bullseye here just
notes the placement of Widow, trying to block off as many landing spots as possible for Longhiver.
Okay. Longhiver again trying to figure out what Dr. Voodoo is up to before he makes any moves. Dr. Voodoo looking just very, very relaxed over there. He doesn't care. He's just meditating, talking to his brother. So yeah, how's the summer coming along for you, Huggy Bear?
The weather is much colder than expected. And the beginning of the summer, there were warnings about 30 degrees Celsius plus, which is quite high here in Sweden, but
yeah.
That hasn't happened not happened once. Currently, we're just below 20.
Yeah.
So, and bit of raining.
Okay.
Almost rained every day. Well, not for the entire. Well, there's been like an hour of rain every day, and otherwise pretty okay weather. I kind of like it because I'm not a big fan of
heat.
Too much heat, but yeah, it's so far so good, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, it beats working.
Yeah, for sure. But I was, as I mentioned, I was in a bit of a rush before the stream, so I accidentally mixed myself a pretty strong drink tonight. It's pretty good, but if I'm starting to come across a bit less cohesive towards the end of the stream, you all know why.
Okay. Well, you're on holiday. You're allowed extra little
Yeah.
a dose of alcohol into it. And just in case any Americans thought I was joking about 6 weeks of vacation during the summer in Scandinavia, that is not a joke. That is just the summer vacation. Then they have other vacation on top of that, other times of the year.
Well, at the company I work, it's 6 weeks.
6 weeks
for the
total.
entire year.
Ah.
Yeah, 6 weeks total. It's just that there's this. It appears to be a cultural thing where the Swedes really like to spend all of their vacation days during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I was working in Denmark for a year, and those guys were like, I'm just gonna take 2 weeks or something, and then save the rest for later. I was like, when? when are you gonna? Why?
That's
When,
interesting.
if not during the summer, are you gonna have time off?
Yeah. Yeah, well, in Scandinavia, with the nights being so cold and so dark, unless you're flying away from that, yeah, I would use it all in summer as well. Right. Okay. So Lizard has moved forward onto the center point. Remember, he's worth 2, so that's and he's really tanky, so that's no problem. He's also outside of 3 of Dr. Voodoo at the moment. So, and now Kingpin's. Go ahead.
I would not be surprised to see a round 1 Avengers Assemble. Perhaps even as early as during the next activation by Jacob. Because Iron Man is a key character here. He can shoot his repulsor blast, fishing for the wild, to push characters off of the middle point. So across 8 dice, rolling 1 wild is quite likely. Also, if Voodoo advances short forward, he only needs to advance once, and then shoot Bullseye, who is only Mystic Defense 2. If he can generate 2 power across damage, plus sap, plus getting extra power for skulls, that means that he could possess Bullseye round 1 and rob him of that point. So that could be a thing. And also it would allow Sam to move onto a point, as well as throwing his frisbee shield. But it appears that I might be wrong, because Iron Man is not doing an Avengers Assemble, it seems.
Nope. Iron Man looks like he's going to move forward and try to push Kingpin off the point.
Yep. Makes sense. Kingpin is the one that loses the most from the most action economy from getting pushed because of his slow move.
Ooh, there's a crit, but no wild yet.
Ooh.
No luck.
Ah.
No luck.
No luck.
And a good save, as a matter of fact. It's going to be one of those games. Yee.
I don't know the chance of rolling a wild on 4 dice. It's somewhere around 50-50, maybe? On 6 dice, the odds go way up. Or way down. Or whatever. However that works. Math is hard.
Why did Longhiver re-roll and then take a damage?
Re-roll?
Yeah, so him re-rolled the dice. Maybe he rolled too many. Goes his energy. He probably rolled too many.
I don't think. Yeah, maybe he did.
That's
yeah.
He rolled too many.
Because Kingpin has 1 more physical defense than he has energy.
Yeah, that's what it was. All right, so he saved none that time, and probably paid to reduce damage. But I don't know. He should have 1 less power then, right? Because I see 2 hits to no saves.
Yeah, but that means if he pays damage down to 1.
Yeah, but where do you get the power? The power should be 0 then.
No, he had 1 to start with.
Yeah, but it's still showing as 1.
Yeah, but then he takes 1 damage.
Oh, okay, yeah. Beg your pardon. Yeah, got it. He took a damage and got in power that way. Got it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we're all clear. So that was Iron Man done. So now it's over to Longhiver. And it's good to have Chewy in the house. Thank you, Chewy, for streaming one of the other quarterfinal matches. Sadly, it was Joe Jomanji who was playing that game and lost. So we have another person from the UK out of the picture, unfortunately.
The reigning champion on top of that.
Yes. Bit of a hard break, but it's tough. Season MCP TTS leagues are tough competition when you get to this level.
So many good players out there.
Yeah.
At these days. Yeah, real the. I mean, even the league before the cut has some really hard games to offer.
Yeah. As you've been experiencing.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So Sam's decided to fly across to the home secure that Core Widow is securing. And remember, he's counting as 2, so he's going to win that point as well. This is the beauty of Super Scoundrels as a scenario for a Kingpin player.
Yep. So who's left to activate on the criminal side? It's Black Cat.
Black Cat.
Note that he has no characters on his northwest home secure.
Yep.
Maybe because he calculated that after moving Widow, Deaton couldn't get any of his characters to that secure. So better to take the ones that are available to the opponent rather than going for your home ones. Maybe Sam has something to say about the placement of his evil twin.
Ambulance is size 3, PHP Chrono. And what's happened? Okay, so Deaton Sam Wilson went around the corner and is shooting at Longhiver Sam.
Yeah, he needs to get the damage in, but appears...
No.
Note that Sam's shield throw ignores cover, too, so he's great for this.
Yeah, good point. Good. Yeah, so no damage there again. Dice haven't been great so far, but can't rely on dice. But man, this is a tough scenario for Deaton. I don't know how he digs himself out of this, but we'll see. He's done it before. All right, he's gonna go grab that other point, isn't he?
Yeah. I think maybe she should. Maybe she could. It's hard to tell from here, but he probably concluded that he could reach easily. So he's left the one close to Voodoo. Going for that would only allow Voodoo to take a chunk out of Black Cat, which is suboptimal. But the way things are, we are looking at a 5-1 lead for Longhiver. No, a 6-1 lead for Longhiver.
Good God, poor Deaton.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's yeah. Yeah, so great opening for the criminals.
Right. The trick with criminals is to try to flip them at least to the injured side. Getting rid of them altogether is not as important, but you got to flip them because then they become normal point scorers. Because in this situation, it's just untenable. You don't have enough. You don't have enough bodies.
And most of Longhiver's characters don't do a ton of damage. So if this turns into if Deaton can start to do damage fast enough, then it might be hard for Longhiver to retaliate hard enough. And also, Sam's leadership is one of the really optimal attrition leaderships of the game. So this has to be him looking at the prospect of an Avengers Assemble. I think maybe he's hoping to move Voodoo up.
Oh, I think it's Avengers Assemble.
Yep.
Avengers Assemble.
Because he could get Iron Man and Sam within one of the researcher, which is not enough unless Voodoo can do some damage to, I think, I don't know if Kingpin or Lizard is better. It's probably
look at that clusterfuck.
Yeah. So if Voodoo, after spending 1, if he can manage to generate 3 power from 1 attack now, then that would swing. That would be a 6-point swing, basically, in favor of. Oh, he's just moved him. Yeah, so that's draw. That's the draw. That's a smart
Oh,
move. That's a
Deaton.
smart move. It's
Wow.
4-4,
Deaton.
4-4 on the middle.
Deaton
That's what.
completely using
Yeah.
that card. That is, wow, that's probably the most impactful Avengers Assemble I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
So this is gonna make it a 3-0 score
Wow.
for Longhiver, which is of course better than a 6-1. So yeah,
What a beast, Deaton.
yeah. That was a pretty nice move.
You know, if Longhiver is a shark in the Shark Tank, I'm gonna say Deaton is a cocaine bear. He's a big guy. He's like a bear, but he's clearly on the cocaine. Ferocious and unpredictable.
Ferocious. Yeah.
Right. So 3-0, but which sounds terrible until you realize it could have been 6-1.
I mean, it's still a big, a sizable lead, which means that Longhiver is now in the driver's seat. He can just try and draw for the rest of the game. However, the Avengers have a fighting advantage in the middle, with 4 characters against 2. So I think we might see both Kingpin and Lizard go down here, possibly, unless some shenanigans happen with characters moving to other positions and whatnot.
Yeah.
Kingpin, I assume, is in danger here. Not sure why Iron Man and Sam are on 2 power here. Did they forget to pay for? No, Iron Man generated a power and Sam threw a shield. Beg your pardon.
All right. Man, I just realized this drink is just so yummy. I have a cherry daiquiri, and it was just hitting me. I was like, oh, man, this rum I got, honestly, God, this Cuban rum that I found is just so good for mixed drinks.
I only recently learned that daiquiris are not exclusively a strawberry drink.
Oh, no. Or frozen.
That was, yeah. Strawberry daiquiri was the fun fact.
Go ahead.
Strawberry daiquiri was the favorite drink of President John F. Kennedy.
Huh. All right. Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, look, when is you and your lovely wife going to make a holiday over here in London? Come on. Come over here so I can make you some drinks. And,
yeah, that sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
All right.
For sure.
Excellent. There's archaeological things happening in in London all the time.
For sure. We actually were to York at our honeymoon.
Yes, I know.
London, yeah.
Oh, in London. Okay, I didn't know both. Okay. Right.
Both
so
London and York. Yeah.
Why is Voodoo over here? Did he get thrown by Kingpin?
Yes, I assume so.
Okay.
Which is a interesting and smart move, because that now means that it's basically a stagger, and he needs to start mitigating the impact of the incoming attacks.
Yeah.
From especially Iron Man and Luke Cage. So it appears that he's trying to strike Iron Man, but note how Luke Cage paid 2 power for too dangerous to ignore. So this is going to be an attack into Luke Cage, which is worse than into Iron Man, because I bet Longhiver was hoping to roll a wild to push Iron Man off the point.
So it went into Iron Man, actually. It went into Iron Man. I don't think he took it back or something. So it was
okay. Yeah.
4 hits into 2 saves.
Yeah.
4 hits into 2 saves, including 1 damage reduction, means that Iron Man only takes 1. So that was a good use.
Yep.
Good call.
And no wild. The wild from Kingpin does both stun and a push, which is huge.
Why did he only attack once? Okay, now because he had the activated token on him, but now it's been removed, so maybe he forgot.
Yeah. So he does have another attack if he wants to use it.
Anybody from the Montreal Shark Tank in the chat, please identify yourself. We'd love to chat with you about what's going on with Longhiver, if you happen to know. Give us a chat. We got Chewy on from
the real Montreal Shark. Please stand up.
Yeah. Thoadin's Forge, apparently. Excellent. Ooh, and TG Lord 22. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you both. All right, Kingpin's second attack into Iron Man, but I think this time it is going into. No wait, is it going into
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage? Okay.
Yeah, Cage spent the power again, so.
So that's 4 hits into just 1 save with damage reduction.
2 damage.
Yeah,
so
2.
Kingpin
That's right.
now sits on 3 power, which he will need to reduce damage.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Iron Man has a much greater chance now to. Oh, what's. Is it Cage punching Kingpin?
Yeah, but why did he touch Lizard too? Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe he changed his mind.
Yeah, two hits into no saves. It was into Kingpin. Kingpin reduces it by 1, so he's on 3 out of 7 now.
Yep.
3 out of 7.
It should be 2. Yeah, because he was at 1 and then reduced 2 incoming. Yeah.
Okay, guys, everybody's getting excited.
There, yeah.
Another attack coming into Kingpin. 2 hits
certainly.
Into 1 save, so he'll reduce power by 1 and make no damage. That's Kingpin.
Yep.
And staggered. Nice.
Yeah, he got the double wild. Oh my god, the Power Man punch double wild.
Oh, yes. Yes. It's so rare that you forget it exists on his regular attack. Yeah. Double wild means he gets staggered, even though it's just a normal builder otherwise.
So
fantastic.
So if Iron Man manages to get a wild on an attack into Kingpin later, that's really bad news for Kingpin, because that is basically a double stagger.
Mm. By the way, Huggy, your internet is rock solid now, so it worked.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, PHP Chrono is pointing out my last stream game with Kingpin, not Kingpin, but Luke Cage did the double wild, which I keep forgetting it exists because it just doesn't happen very often.
You know, like this little bonus because he's a great character even without that. So it's just gravy on top.
Yeah. Another little known fact is that the Shadowland Daredevil hand ninjas, they have a double wild trigger as well.
Yeah, double wild bleed.
Bleed, yeah. So it's like, okay.
Fantastic. Okay.
Over to Longhiver. It's his move right now. He's looking what to do. He's looking ahead his Sam Wilson there a little bit. And let's see what else he's going to do.
Voodoo is going to have a big impact, likely, this round. Possibly shutting down Bullseye. It's really easy for him to do. I think he's even within range to make an attack. He only needs to generate 1 power to possess him. He's unable to throw either of the big guys in the middle because even though he has his brother Daniel token on him, he can only throw size 2 characters, but size 3 terrain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is that your cat?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Longhiver taking some time to think it through. He's in a bit of a pickle here. Not to say he's under any kind of undue stress, but he's definitely going to make the most out of these activations now, because Deaton's got characters all around a very crucial aspect of the board, which is right in the middle, dead center. He's got all the options. I'm going to guess that Black Cat just hides behind that building the rest of this game. All right,
might be. Or just move up, troublemaker someone, hope for the wild to get the short move back.
Yeah. All right, I'm not sure where the attack has gone into, but it didn't do anything.
I could see... okay. Is this Black Widow attacking... No?
No, it's still Longhiver's.
Sam attacking Black Widow?
Oh, you know what it is Sam going after Luke Cage, or trying to anyway.
Yeah, that's makes way more sense. Ooh, that ricochet is nice. Getting Voodoo into Africa if he can manage to hit it.
But feeding him power.
Yes, but pushing him away because Voodoo's action economy
Hmm.
after Avengers Assemble is spent is not great. Where he stands now, he can probably do 2 attacks into Bullseye, or 1 attack, see if he generates power and do what he can with it. But if he gets pushed, then I'm finding it harder and harder for him to impact the middle at all this round. Depends, of course, how much damage he takes. He could, I mean, if he would generate 2 power by, for instance, rolling a skull and taking 1 damage, then he can just double move to the middle and possess a lizard, and that's huge.
All right, Sam's
Obviously.
attack, not bad. 2 crits going into Luke Cage. So Luke Cage, though, saves 3. And the crits turn into nothing. Nothing.
And no, but oh well.
One,
There's the
no, there's 3 hits into 3
still.
saves.
Yep, that's right. Looking at
Nothing.
the wrong, and no ricochet on top of that.
No. Very cold
Sad
dice.
Sam.
Both sides having cold dice tonight.
Sad evil Sam.
Evil Sam. Wow.
Crime does not pay, man.
All right, Core Widow is going to attack that evil Sam, apparently.
Looks as though he spent for his vibranium shield.
Yeah. All right, Deaton.
Did
Black
Widow
Cat.
spend power? She did.
Yeah, that's three
Find the mixed technique.
3 damage into
He
2.
gets it. He gets
Yes.
it.
Yeah, so what happens? So he gets
Stagger.
staggered. Oh, wow. This kept happening to me at the last York Weekender in the springtime. Bloody Quinn kept staggering my Malekith with Black Widow, and I couldn't take her down. I just kept failing to hit her. You know, it was just, or damage her. It was so aggravating. Anyhow, so that's Sam with 1 hit point of damage and stagger. 2 more hits into 1 save. He takes another damage. 2 out of 5. Staggers flying around here like they were candy. That's how they do it up in Iowa, I guess. I think. Do you know what Iowa is known for?
No.
Corn. They grow a lot of corn. Maize. Maize, you might know it as. Maize.
I thought that was like Nebraska. That was famous
Them
for.
too. There's in the middle of the country. There's a lot of corn happening.
Yeah. Where does Children of the Corn take place?
Ooh, that is a good question. Boy, that is
Which state?
That is
Does
a
anyone know?
callback.
Anyone in the chat know?
Where is Steven Swayze? Where's Nigel when you need him? Children of the Corns. Where is it supposed to be set? Creepy movie from the 80s, was it? Ugh.
I think so.
But a classic.
But also a book.
Iowa. It is meant to be in Iowa.
Oh, there it is.
Brimstorm is suggesting they also have pigs in Iowa who probably eat that corn.
Right. Pigs and corn.
Pigs and corn.
So pork chops with roasted corn.
Sounds pretty good. Oh, sorry. So PHP is saying no, it was filmed in Iowa but meant to be in Nebraska. Like as if that really mattered? Does that matter? No. This is in Iowa. This could only happen in Nebraska.
You know, Nebraska corn doesn't look like Nebraska corn on film.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
People would mistake it. They need Iowa corn. It's more authentic.
Remember that Simpsons episode when they were shooting the Radioactive Man movie in Springfield?
Oh no.
They were like painting a horse like a cow. I was like, yeah, cows don't look like cows on film. But then what do you do when you need a horse? We usually tape a bunch of cats together.
All right. Longhiver looks like he's trying to move Lizard as his next activation. Or is it just going to attack Iron Man? Let's see. I'm not sure. What I will say is I'm a little bit
He only
concerned.
needs one more power to throw someone off the point.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned about Longhiver's use of time. He has
Yep.
very long turns with lots of measuring. Let's see if those clocks are running. Yep, his clock is running. So it's his time. He can do as he likes, but I am concerned.
Yeah, because the scoring hasn't been the scoring has been way slower than one might expect, given Deaton's very cunning assemble move to reduce the well, that was a 3-point swing.
People are wondering what happens when you run out of time, and it's death. Death clock. You just die,
Yep.
Mr. Bond. So Longhiver, apparently some of the Canadians are chiming in. He does like to take his time. Absolutely fine. This is the beauty of chess clocks. You can play as you like until you have no time left.
Exactly.
People are asking about grace periods. They're asking about what else we can. No. Death clock. Death clock is
time's up. You lose.
Just as it implies. You die. It's
Instant
over.
loss, even if you lead by 15-0.
Exactly. So apparently
we
he's
usually do 45-minute clocks on our tournaments, and that has been plenty of time.
Yeah. We were talking about it on the other stream in London. We've had a really good community, no slow playing problems, people managing to get their games done on time by and large. So we've been just using round timers. I do run a 1 hour 45-minute round timer, and that does the job.
During the early TTS seasons, there was the occasional 4 or 5 hour game, at least 4-hour game. Those are, well, I hope they were entertaining for the players, but perhaps not a really great watch, maybe.
Yeah, well, yeah. less said about that, the better. Let's put it this way. Now we have chess clocks. All right, Longhiver still hasn't done anything. Measuring a lot, though. He's fantastic at measuring. His measuring is spot on. But no action. I remember.
I think he's feeling a little bit cornered, and if he cannot afford to make too many mistakes at this point, because attrition is starting to take some bites out of his characters, and he hasn't managed to pull away as many points, even though he has a 3-point lead, which is certainly not bad. He really needs to not let Deaton get too many attacks into him. So he needs to take real care to move his characters in the right order.
Indeed.
Making it as difficult as possible for Deaton to daze key characters, such as Lizard.
I long time ago went bungee jumping out of a hot air balloon in California desert.
Wow. That sounds like a death wish.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty intense, which is why we were doing it. And they were selling T-shirts afterwards, and it had a cartoon character of some guy going, bragging, like a huge paragraph about all the different things he was like bungee jumping, and I was like this, and I did that, and everybody else is like a crowd of people behind him going, just jump. Nobody wants to. Just jump already. Sounds like the cat heard me. Just jumping on your back.
No, I was just turning the light on.
Oh, okay.
No one can hear you, Norbert. But me.
All right. We are measuring some more.
Bullseye. Bullseye has moved now.
Oh, has he? Oh, okay.
Yes. He scooted slightly forward. Still on the card, but within 4 of Luke Cage. So I assume he's looking to to put a knife into the old Carl Lucas.
Carl Lucas.
Maybe.
3 hits into 1 save with damage reduction means 1 hit goes through. Luke Cage on 3 out of 6 hit points.
Didn't have to spend any power there. Lizard is 1 power away from getting to throw. Throw a size 3. Great superpower.
Who's going now?
It would have been so amazing if he had the monkey brain card.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
Pushing all 3 characters off the point.
Yeah. Who's activating now? I missed it.
It was Bullseye. Now I'm not sure. Who's going? It's Iron Man shooting Kingpin.
Kingpin. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Kingpin looks like he took another point of damage. 4 out of 7.
Yep. So now if Kingpin goes down or gets pushed, that's huge. Very important roll.
3 hits.
Oh, there's the wild.
3 hits in a wild. Yep. Good save though. 2 crits. It doesn't look like he'll take any damage, but he will be pushed off that point.
No damage. Pushed. Yeah. And staggered on top of that means that he will have a less than impactful turn next round. He can move once and throw, which is not nothing, for sure, but way less than you like. Especially given the fact that Deaton is not done yet. Sam can try to chip in a point or 2 of damage if he's lucky.
Is he elected not to move him?
He
played Indomitable. He played Indomitable.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice.
Nice move. That's.
Yeah, but now he's got no power. So he can't do damage reduction for 1 more attack coming in. Woof.
For sure.
Woo! I mean, it had to happen eventually.
See that coming. Yeah, that was a great play.
Yeah, it had to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at least Deaton has that card burnt. It's kind of like having to burn brace, getting the component to burn brace at some point.
Lizard can have an impactful turn if he gets a push off with his builder, which has it's 4 dice with a wild push on it. Tail whip. We'll see.
Okay, keep the pointing fingers at one another.
Sam is unable to throw either of Kingpin or Lizard. Voodoo could do nasty things to either of them. Voodoo doo.
Well, 6 minutes down. Longhiver 6 minutes down from
right.
Deaton. Oh, maybe the clocks are working now. Hot damn, they're working. Cool.
Awesome.
I'll have to try that in the future, maybe by moving around on watching the game a little while. Somehow it fixes itself. Because now time is going to be part of the game.
Indeed. Unless Longhiver starts to play faster in the later rounds, which is certainly possible.
Yep, absolutely.
But big activation from Deaton coming up. Will he save Voodoo for last?
I'm gonna hover overhead so we can see what's going on here.
Yeah. Checking to see something.
I don't know. Lizard keeps rocking. Look at it. He's like doing a little dance on top of that researcher. What a cad.
Yep.
No respect. No respect for science. Well, actually, he is a scientist, isn't he? Another one of the doctors, one of my crew.
Most people are among the Spider-Foes characters.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually, now I think about it.
Yeah.
All right, looks like Black Cat wants to climb over Gronko's convenience store here.
Yeah. You know what? You're somewhat of a scientist yourself, Norbert.
I am somewhat of a scientist myself.
Me too, actually. Or
See that?
no.
Are
I'm
we
no
spider
scientist.
foes? Are we the baddies?
Yes. I'm no scientist. I'm a scholar.
Yes. Okay. Fair.
Yes.
So maybe you're not a baddie. All
Yeah.
right.
You're the one who develops the goblin serum. I'm the one who finds the occult artifact that turns me into something
Okay.
evil.
Got it. All right. Cool. Well, we're the next box in the MCP release. Wait till Gen Con.
Yes.
Gen Con. Spoiler. It's the
3D
Huggy
printer
Bear and
guys,
Dr.
do
Norbert
your
box.
thing.
All right, so Black Cat decides to move into the fray. So she's now on the center point. She's left her own point to go into the center point to try to own that one. Remember, there are 3 points available in the center, 2 for the researcher and 1 for the secure point that's underneath that researcher.
So 6 points worth of characters currently hogging the middle. So Sam can push Black Cat off. The Deaton Sam could push Black Cat off with a shield throw. But oh, he's going with Voodoo now. That's really interesting. I was under the impression that he would save Voodoo for last, but no. No, sir.
Yeah, maybe he's worried about making sure that
Not
spot
happening.
doesn't get blocked off.
Yep. He was measuring 3 from Bullseye earlier, so maybe he still wants to... he's attacking Black Cat. I thought he would be attacking Bullseye because he has the worst
Nice hit.
Mystic defense.
4 hits with 2 crits. Ew.
Oh, and that's both a sap and an extra power for the skull. So
Wow.
he will
Wow.
possess someone.
And no saves. Yikes. Is that a
Oh my god.
one
That's
shot?
One shot. Oh,
One shot.
This is heavy. Heavy impact.
Wow. The dice finally woke up.
They certainly did. And now he could possess Lizard.
He could do what he likes. He's
basically
fucking
have
Dr.
him
Voodoo.
do a whole activation full of nothing. Yikes.
Oh, Sooners in the house. Welcome, my friend. Hope it's not too hot for you down in Texas. All right, that was one action. No, that was 2 actions. So now it's a question of who is he going to possess. He's got 9 power. He can throw somebody and he can't throw.
He can do exactly what he wants. No, he can't throw either of the characters. They're too big.
Right.
Characters he can only throw size 2 ever. But terrain he can throw size 3.
Yep, there goes.
As long as he has his Brother Daniel token on him.
Oh,
yeah.
I was just about to check. I think that's a size 2 car, so that's 3 damage going into Kingpin now.
Yep. If he's lucky, because Kingpin
no saves.
currently has
no saves.
my God.
No saves. That's Kingpin down. Holy mackerel! What the hell, Voodoo is? He's such a boss. He was sitting in the back watching these chumps fucking around in the middle, and then he's like, "Let me get in here and take care of business."
Yeah. Voodoo engineering that 6-point swing there.
You can't trust these PhDs, man. Look what happens.
Console Kingpin is only immune to collision from characters, not stuff.
What? Oh my god. Yeah, people are asking about Kingpin's immunity to collisions. It's only against other characters. He's still vulnerable to thrown terrain.
Yep.
Holy moly.
Oh
Deaton
my
mowing
God,
this up.
Yes. So now he doesn't even need to possess Lizard, although why not?
Where's Chewie when you need him? Chewie should be blowing us up. He's got his corn-fed buddy here, kicking ass and taking names, and no Chewie to be found. Sad.
My God. That was
Yeah.
that was an activation.
That
to
was
be
an
seen.
activation. So so that's over.
Sure was, yeah.
And now Lizard gets to go.
Yeah. So he elected not to. Oh, he did put the Brother Daniel token on someone. It appears because he lost. He paid a bunch of power. Can you maybe take a look?
What am I asking? What are you asking?
On who did he put the Brother Daniel token on?
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course. Sure enough, Lizard.
Lizard. Yeah, as expected.
Yeah.
So that pretty much seals the deal. In the contest of the middle, it will go to Jacob.
Wow. Wow.
Yep. Wow is the word.
Good to see Mike DeLuca from the Danger Room, another co-host of Deaton's in the chat. Welcome. Vodka Blitz, good to see you. Matt Alex, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, my friend. And Rob Reed from Ireland here, checking things out. Good job. And my WTC mate, Connor, from Canada, but living in London, is here as well. Impending nuptials of his. He's getting married a week from tomorrow.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Tons of celebrities in the chat.
Yeah.
Great to see.
Good to see. Friday night, cocktails, and MCP. What could be better in the summer?
Indeed. You want nothing else than Marvel.
Marvel. Oh, Marvel. This is Lizard. Lizard's throwing Luke Cage.
These guys are going pretty cheap on the tactics cards.
Oh, and he must have gotten hit because he's playing fallback as well. Wow. And he's going to fall back to own that point back there. Wow.
I was just about to say, maybe we'll see Heroes for Hire get played here.
No.
Because if Longhiver attacks any of Deaton's characters with at least 2 power on them, namely Sam or Voodoo, he could place Cage back on the point.
So was that a throw by Lizard, or does he have an attack that also throws or pushes?
Sorry, that I assume that was the. He did not.
No, it's a tail whip. Yeah, he did a normal tail whip
with the wild trigger. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he took damage from that and got pushed. And because he took damage, he was able to play the fallback card.
He doesn't have to take damage. It's the wild that does it.
No. I'm sorry. Luke Cage has to take damage to use fallback.
Yeah. No, he does not have to take damage for that.
Is it just targeting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just has to.
Oh.
It's.
I gotta remember that.
Before damage is dealt. It's just attacked.
I gotta remember that. Yeah.
Oh, but we still Heroes for Hire is still online.
So we're hearing some dice being rolled. I'm not sure who the target is. This is Lizard attacking second activation, second action. Ooh, he got a Yahtzee. Look at him. And
yeah,
so
that's gonna be a second push.
4 hits with a push into. Let's see who gets moved. This is against Voodoo. So
yep.
Voodoo gets slowed.
Oh, that was the spender.
Yeah, spender
attack. Yeah.
Slow and bleed.
No push.
No push. Slow and bleed.
No push. Just pure damage.
2 damage, and a slow and a push and a
should
bleed.
be 3 damage.
No,
because this is insane. Voodoo has cover, but since Lizard is not possessed, he is not contesting the point, meaning that Voodoo gets cover even though Lizard is within 1 of the point.
He's not contesting the point. Oh, that is clever. Deaton picking that up. Man, really interesting. All right, that was the end of Lizard's activation. Not too bad, not great. And Sam Wilson now from Deaton's side is going to finish things off by throwing a shield into Bullseye, who does have cover.
Yep.
So that'll be...
He does, but that is ignored by the shield throw.
By the shield. Oh, okay, right. So that's 3 hits into 2, so he takes 2 damage.
And gets pushed. Oh, my God. This is heavy because now I'm not sure, but I think he's within 4 of the evil Sam as well. So there's another point swing for him. If he can manage to get some damage through there. Or he could just move to the northwest point to grab that.
Mm-hmm. So he's
because
pushing.
the middle is secured.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't have to. He's done his job. Bullseye's off the point, not scoring. That's the important part. So he could just move here. But
2, 3, 4. Currently scoring 4 points. Deaton, that is. Whereas Longhiver is currently scoring 1. So that would take you to a 4-4. Excitement intact.
Yeah. Gosh.
Although the attrition game is heavily in Deaton's favor. As of now. No dazes on his characters.
No.
And 2 on what you could argue are 2 of the most important characters. on
Absolutely.
Longhiver's side.
Absolutely.
Okay, maybe Black Cat isn't that important on Researcher, but still, she's a stagger bot, and she might be handing out 2 staggers first thing next round.
Deaton's still trying to figure out what to do. He can't really get over there to contest that point and neutralize it
No,
for scoring purposes.
no. We would need to
Doesn't look like he can score any of
throw
them.
a shield. No. No, I think it's gonna have to be a shield throw.
Oh, he's going to do a airlift.
Airlift?
Airlift, yep.
Yeah, no reason having a Voodoo close to Kingpin when it's not necessary.
And then he goes and attacks the other Sam Wilson. So Longhiver Sam Wilson. 3 hits with 2 crits. Crits roll into...
Oh my god, that's
4 hits into
great
1 save.
roll.
Well,
Even though, oi, that's a daze.
oh my god. Wow.
Even though even though power was spent for the Vibranium shield.
Wow. Wow. And
I always say, well, if Sam is lucky with his dice, he is basically unnerfed Medusa.
oh, and he's terrible. I mean,
With
he's terrible in the sense of it. He's got so many tools. He just does so many
Yes.
things. It's just he's crazy for 3 points.
Fantastic
It's
character.
3 thread.
Fantastic character. Good with a hammer.
Yeah. So people are saying Deaton's making really clever tactical choices, but also having the dice obviously help him. But both are happening, which is a deadly combination. He must have made the right sacrifices to the Children of the Corn because they are playing the dice gods well. Right, that is the end of round 2. Points are 5 points to Deaton to just 3 for Longhiver. Longhiver not scoring anything at all that particular round. And more importantly, all those guys who flipped just now are no longer counting as 2, which is a real bite out of the leadership ability here. So only Bullseye and Lizard counting as 2, and Lizard's possessed, so he's not counting as anything. Wow.
We might be worth checking if Voodoo decides to bring back his token in the power phase.
Yep. Okay. So first, Deaton decides to move the Researcher bit off the center point towards
backwards towards his own line, which is the most popular move nowadays, I think. It used to be that you wanted to push it towards the opponent's
that's right.
side. But with the crisis change, they removed that you auto score 2 VPs when you get the Researcher within 1 of the opponent's evac points. So bringing it home, forcing the opponent to come to you, spend those precious actions on moving instead of attacking.
Yep.
Is not a bad idea.
Yeah, and he's moved it towards where he put Voodoo and Luke Cage, which is fantastic for him. Let's check on the token, and Brother Daniel's still sitting on Lizard.
Nope.
So, Mike, can you tell us what was Deaton playing before MCP? What kind of gaming history does he have? Because he's just fantastic at this game. Hopefully they'll chat about it at the next episode of the Danger Room. I think they're due this week to record, which would be nice. And people suggesting that Deaton may this may be his first war game, miniature war game.
Oh my!
Wow. Well, surely he's been playing something before this, Magic or I don't know, chess, something. Come on, guys. We Risk. Yeah, I don't think so. Risk. Mike, you need to get into this in the next Danger Room episode. Get a little bit, get behind the scenes, behind the curtain of the Deaton mystique.
What's the definition of a miniatures game? Is Risk a miniatures game?
Yeah, this is like, is this a sandwich or not kind of question, isn't it? Risk has meeples, but it's not a miniatures game because you don't need rulers or some sort of measuring device. That's I think one of the key things about a miniatures game.
All right, but aren't there miniatures games where you don't need rulers?
Yeah, like BattleTech.
Yeah.
Underworlds or Shatter Worlds. What is it? The GW game. Yeah, I suppose.
Looks Warhammer Quest.
Warhammer Quest. Yes.
I used to love that. So much fun. Yeah. Looks like Black Cat is eyeing a double stagger, possibly.
Longhiver, they haven't not started the clocks again. They have not started the clocks again, which is a pity, considering clock being a consideration in this game.
Yeah. If any of you accusers want to poke them.
Give a little poke. Poke-de-poke. Thank you, Vodka Blitz. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Joe. Joe's commenting on the clock being burnt down. Yeah, absolutely. It's a big difference there. So the clock's going again. It's on the wrong person's time, though. Hopefully they notice that. Vodka Blitz, they're on the wrong time. They're using Deaton's time. Yeah, they may not have flipped it because you're supposed to pause the clock in the power phase. Sorry, cleanup phases and power phases. You're supposed to pause it. That's normal because it's something that doesn't belong to either player. But so when you turn it back on again, if you haven't actually clicked it, then you need to click it to get it over to the other side. But as I said, it's easy here. In real life, it's a little easier because it's visceral. But here, you can also just click on the overhead display numbers and it'll switch it.
Yep.
Hey, Vodka, they're still using the wrong time. Oh. Maybe they didn't flip it because...
maybe they're compensating for...
Compensating, okay. Yeah, I've seen that done before as well. It's not great, but sometimes it's a fairer thing to do. It's gracious. It's gracious, that's right. It's on both players to recognize good clock hygiene, so you can't complain.
All right, so Troublemaker going into Voodoo looks like the thing happening, but Heroes for Hire is also a thing. Maybe. Maybe is. Maybe isn't. Isn't. Voodoo's happy with getting incinerated, apparently. Staggered.
So is this Black Cat going into Voodoo?
Yep, with the Troublemaker.
Yeah. So sure enough, she gets it off.
No damage.
No damage, but gets the stagger in, which is the point of that attack. And then looks like she's going to run away.
She did not get the elusive trigger for the free short move.
And so people at home, thank you, Vodka Blitz and Segram, for confirming it is indeed the case that they are burning up some of Deaton's time because of a earlier mistake in not flipping the clock over. So very nice done by both players. And thank you, Vodka Blitz, for getting that sorted out.
Vodka Blitz. Gracious move by Deaton, for sure, because it is on the it's the responsibility of the player whose turn it is to actually clock over.
That's true. Both should be paying attention, but ultimately, it's your time that's being burnt because you forgot to flip it over. That's kind of on you. Looks like they rolled another attack and staggered Iron Man. So Black Cat doing 2 of her stagger. What's the name of the attack with the stagger?
Troublemaker.
Troublemaker. Yep, and then she did get the trigger this time, so she gets to make a short move away as wild. And keep in mind, she's got stealth. Oh, and she's got her bloody grappling hook as well. Clever. Nicely done, Longhiver. Yes. That's great.
Nice piece of gambling. Fishing for the elusive trigger.
Yeah, so it looks like it'll be fine. They're just kind of trying to get this.
Certainly increased Kingpin's chance of survival.
Yep. 2 staggers is nothing to sneeze at. Boy, she's a bitch, the Black Cat. Oh. And she's going to be hiding behind that thing. So not only is she contesting, but she's, again, nicely hidden behind Gronko's convenience store there. All right. Up to Deaton now. His first activation of round 3. PHP saying she's got to go buy a 40 after all that work.
So not many points. For there being so many points on the map, there are quite few of them getting handed out.
Just not enough characters.
Round 3 is, however, traditionally a what you call a swing turn.
Yeah. It's when
So
you start swinging. Yeah.
yeah, when a lot of big plays take place during round 3.
Well, Deaton really thinking this one through now. He's got 2 characters staggered. Luke Cage and Voodoo around the researcher, though. That's handy.
We should always keep, with Kingpin on his injured side, I think we should always keep one eye on that Helios laser on Deaton's side.
There's plenty of power available.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 9, it's 14, it's a 16 dice. That's a bit too low for my taste, but who knows what's going through Deaton's head.
Hey,
here.
man, he's one of the children of the corn. Okay. Looks like his Sam is going to go after Longhiver's Sam. Let's see how we do.
Went well last time.
Sure did. 3 hits, including a crit, into
Oof, my God.
into 2 saves. 2 saves, so 1 damage going through, I think.
Yep.
Okay. And a push.
Push.
Is that a must push?
No.
No.
And it's not as impactful now, given the fact that he's on his injured side, which Widow is not. But that frees up a landing spot.
Aha! So he's going to get out of there.
Get his yes out of there, freeing up Widow to go out to other places.
Getting his yes out of there. What's this?
Yeah, there was this.
What's this? What's the attacking again?
Maybe.
Was a charge. It was a charge.
Yeah.
He's got bloody charge on top of everything else.
Yeah, he does have a spender too, but I don't think he had power to use that.
3 hits into no saves brings brings the other Sam down at 4 out of 5 hit points. Ooh.
Wow. Yeah, get your yes out of it. I think there was a Rolling Stones CD with that title. Get your yes out of here.
I've been listening to, came around on my rotation, and I've been listening to it, I repeat a number of times, is 6 Underground by Sneaker Pimps.
Ah.
You know that song from the 90s? So
Nope.
Good. Really, really.
Maybe I do if I hear it, but
yeah, you probably do. It's really elegant song, really trippy, fun, really fun.
The name of the Stones record was "Get Your Yes Out."
I'm not going to sing it, Thodens. It's sung by a very sweet-voiced young lady, which is not me.
Well, I sang on the last stream, Norbert, so it's like warm up here. It's, I mean, come on, give us something. That's not singing, Norbert. That's humming.
I can hum it. I can hum a few bars. All right. Longhiver Sam, moving smartly along, is looking to see if he can fly out of there. He's got 1 hit point left. 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
Somebody link the song. Maybe I can find it in the meantime. Somebody link that song. It's such a great song. Maybe they, we have to keep Gen Z informed about some of the classics, because they rely on us, Huggy Bear. They don't like they don't put likes and subscribes onto our channel, but they're a huge segment of our viewing audience.
Awesome.
Yeah. We got to keep.
It's great to be down with the kids.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see if I can find it. 7 Oh no, sorry, 6 underground sneaker pimps. There it is. Let's get this into the chat so people can relax a little bit. Yeah, there's an official video. Oh, I could probably play it through the computer, but I'm not going to do that and get everybody aggravated.
We did talk about age at a previous stream.
Did we?
Would be interesting to know the average average age of the average MCP. I think in general, a lot of miniatures gamers are over 30.
Oh yeah, I'm actually making. Well, I hope lots of the Gen Z are watching the show, but I mean the demographics are showing like 25 to 35, and then like 35 to 45. I think are most the most common.
Yep.
Which is when we played War Machine, it was more or less the same thing too. Anyway, I've linked the song if you want to help. If you want to learn a little bit about some of the good stuff from the back when.
I'll give it a watch after the game.
Okay.
Yeah, good point there.
Segram.
Sam needs to really take care of if he attacks Voodoo, he's dead. Because the Heroes for Hire and getting thrown into a building.
He can't attack Black Widow because she might do her karate chop back into him. Reaction.
Yep. That too. The Counter-Strike.
Thoadden said I could pull off that lady's voice. She does.
I like to hear that, Robert.
when I get excited, my voice does get rather high, sometimes embarrassingly high, but it's kind of shrill. It's not like the rich female voice that she's got.
Right. Ooh, this is danger.
All right, Sam's doing it. Sam's committing to the middle, and where's he throwing that shield?
He's shooting Iron Man. Is he throwing it at Iron Man? Is he? Is it Heroes for Hire time? Can Heroes for Hire reach Iron Man? I think he can. Not sure though.
I don't know. It's only one save. Let's see who took the damage because they did not indicate. It was Sam Wilson. He attacked Deaton Sam and get him to push.
Right.
Push him on the point.
Not a bad move.
Gets thrown into the building. Or pushed, rather.
Pushed
into the building, and then, but is now not contesting the point any longer, which I think was.
Ooh, I think Heroes for Hire is online. If Deaton wants to. Getting Luke Cage teleported to the middle would certainly not be a bad thing. He could go striking Kingpin again, hoping for the another double wild. Range 1 from Iron Man indicates what we're all thinking. There it is.
Yes! Yes! Luke Cage being such a boss. What a guy. He rolls 2 defense into with just oh gosh, only 1 hit. Oh, it's not going great for Longhiver.
There it is. Oh, but dang.
And he's going to throw him into the building and do that final point of damage and get rid of Sam Wilson. Oh,
yep.
Deaton.
That's all.
Dirty man. Ooh, what's going on in Iowa? Good Lord. Some serious MCP
Nothing
happening out there.
Dazing characters during your opponent's turn.
Oof. That's it. Evil Sam is gone. Yes, Segram.
Yep, that makes it easier to keep check of who's Sam's who. There's only one.
Yeah, I'm sure Longhiver's really pleased for us about that.
Still, there has been not a single daze on Deaton's side.
Yeah.
He's in great shape. and it's going faster and faster downhill for Longhiver here.
Right, so I think this is Luke Cage's activation. He's decided to move one and is contesting, and now is attacking a Kingpin. And I wonder if that was the spender. One, no, it isn't. Just a normal dice. Not a great hit. 2 hits and 2 saves. Oop. Oh yeah, there's Bullseye. There he is. Bullseye, what's he gonna do? Nothing. Just get on that point. Call it a day. Let's see. We got Voodoo holding the researcher, and it looks like Deaton also holding the center secure. He's holding the top right secure.
Bullseye has enough power for the spender that can do a ton of damage.
Yes. Yes.
Perfectly. And Heroes for Hire is now spent. The card should be flipped.
Ah, yeah.
But, so it's not too big of an ask for Voodoo to go down from a spender from Bullseye. I'm not sure about the odds, but I think it's quite above 50-50. Because I think there's a 51% chance to do 2 damage or more, or less, 2 damage or more with 5 dice against 3 defense. And currently we're looking at 5 dice versus 2 defense. Unless Voodoo spends to bring back the Brother Daniel token now. But as long as he is on his healthy side, I don't think he will, because it will stay on Lizard even if Voodoo is dazed. And that is probably more impactful than having Voodoo survive.
So Bullseye moves forward and attacks. Didn't do any damage, so it does the auto point of damage onto Dr. Voodoo.
No.
Yeah. No.
I didn't see any dice get rolled. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Badunk.
And then he got the second attack in as part of the spender, and that does in Voodoo. He is dazed. But now that triggers the
First,
Sam
indeed,
movement.
and that could remove the stagger from Iron Man.
I think he's going to move.
Or put Sam back on the point.
Yeah, behind the truck even.
Yeah.
Size 4 truck. Or is he going to fix up Iron Man?
Freeing up Black Widow to go elsewhere. Not sure.
Yeah, not sure which one he's going to do yet.
Removing a stagger is always tempting.
With my
healing 1 point on Iron Man is also, I mean, every single point, since he's so tanky with his damage reduction and great defense values, every single point of damage is worth slightly more on him than on other characters. And he could also get him onto the researcher now that Voodoo is dazed. Efficiency for you.
The limited French I have, I just realized, I think Longhiver's name is Long Winter in French, maybe? I'm almost certain Hiver is one of the seasons. I'm guessing winter. Maybe somebody can help me out.
All right.
Oh, it is. Hey, thanks, Vodka Blitz. Yeah, Long Winter. That's a great name. Okay.
Longhiver.
So Iron Man gets to, because this is all leadership. The leadership triggers, removes the damn stagger, which is unreal, and he gets to move short. So now he's going to contest that researcher that was left uncontested. Unbelievable.
Ooh, so now he can shoot Voodoo. Bullseye. Nice one.
Oh, God. Oh, this is going downhill fast. And the attack, 3 hits, including the trigger for a push into no saves. That's dazing that little Bullseye. Go to sleep. Sam backed. You know, it was season 9, was it, that they had 4 Sams in the semifinals? I think it was.
I think it has to be earlier than season 9, because that was maybe you're right.
It wasn't season 10 for sure. This is Iron Man
I
going
think it was
into.
earlier, like season 6 or 7. I'm not sure. You may very well be right. My memory is
Yeah.
not the best when it comes to those things.
So Iron Man did his second attack into Kingpin, but didn't do any damage at all. No pushes. Yeah.
Very good.
So it was They went quiet. Sam was kind of under the radar. Then after a while, people playing other things, probably Malekith.
Hmm.
But here he is, demonstrating yet again just how strong he is as a character. Between his innate abilities, his 3 threats, and his crazy leadership ability, it's just bonkers.
For sure.
Sooner implying that Sam is close to unbeatable on Scoundrels. Interesting. Even better than Kingpin. Sooner. Defend yourself.
He's certainly very strong at it.
All right, Longhiver moving Kingpin. Maybe.
Well, both Cage and Iron Man are activated, so he could just move and throw Iron Man off the researcher, but since Deaton's Widow is healthy and unactivated, she can just double move over there and outscore Kingpin on it. I bet Longhiver sees this.
No, because Kingpin's injured. Iron Man's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can throw Iron Man off, but that only means
Oh,
that
I see.
Widow is going to come over, and
Yeah, I got it. I'm with you.
unless Lizard can somehow daze Widow before she gets to activate, which would also give priority to Deaton, which is in this high scoring secure game, not having prio is actually significantly stronger, I'd say. It's still prio is still going to go to Deaton after this. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It is. He's gonna finish activating before Longhiver, so Longhiver will have the last activation this round.
Okay. So Deaton will have
But
priority
it's
next
gonna
turn?
be, yep. But it's gonna be hard for Longhiver to convert that advantage into points, given the fact that Bullseye is dazed and Lizard is possessed and Sam is KO'd.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't.
I don't know what's going on here.
If it was me, I would go with Kingpin last.
Yep, sure enough, he's doing the throw just like you guys predicted. Get out of here, Luke Cage.
But he's throwing Cage rather than Iron Man. Because Iron Man is healthy, so at the moment, this gains him. Well. So he's not scoring the researcher this round, that's for sure. Unless he does an attack fishing for the wild, pushing Iron Man off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He's got 1 attack still to go.
It looks like he's eyeing
He's getting a
going
point.
to that point.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna. He's not fitting there. He needs to go a bit further. Yeah. Not too sure about this move.
Yeah. Yeah, people are saying maybe fishing for the wild against Iron Man would have been the right call. Iron Man
I
being
think so.
activated.
I think so.
All right, here comes Black Cat doing just like you said, coming right over.
Widow.
Sorry, thank you, Widow. And she contests.
Yes, he's looking for a way to. Yeah. Okay, so. But that means that if Lizard can somehow generate 1 power, he will be able to throw Iron Man off of the researcher.
Yeah.
Um,
Is the throw range 3?
no, it's range 2, but I do think Iron Man is within 2 of Lizard there.
Oh.
Not sure, but
Yeah, you
I
think
think
you're right.
he's
Yeah, it looked all right, actually.
Sure looked like it.
Yeah. All right. Deaton taking his time now, making sure he gets things right. And he decides to move Black Widow once more to completely contest that researcher. Kind of denying. Well, I guess Lizard could come to the other side of it, but it's pointless to do that. Lizard now owning the center secure point. All right, Longhiver's doing his last activation for this, and that'll end the round. He's moving a Lizard. Trying to figure out where he's going to put it.
Yeah.
Lizard is healthy.
Smart putting Black Widow on the researcher because that is worth more points, and I'm having a hard time seeing Lizard removing both Iron Man and Widow.
Well, still thinking about it. You got any big tournaments coming up in Sweden?
Not really at the moment. It's a bit of a lull over the
Summer break.
summer holidays.
Yeah.
Yep. But there are definitely plans being made for some W2C practice.
Ooh.
And smaller events accompanying that. So
fun.
Certainly, the WTC will be the next really big thing.
Oh, okay. What are your predictions for Gen Con and MCP?
I don't know, especially given the fact that we don't have a history of reveals for MCP there.
Sure.
But it sure would be nice to have something.
All right. In the chat, if you have predictions for what's going to happen at Gen Con regarding MCP, put them in there. Let us know what you're thinking. Meanwhile, Lizard moves a bit closer, still contesting the center point, but moving a bit closer to that cluster of characters on Deaton's side. And now is attacking one of them, not sure which.
There has yet to be a 2023 card pack, but...
Oof, bad hit.
But that doesn't feel like something you would announce at a con. I think that's something more at cons. I think you more announce stuff you can buy, shiny models and stuff.
Yeah. So he attacked Black Widow, did 1 damage. So now he's got the 3 power he needs to do a throw.
Yep, but it doesn't matter as much given the fact that Deaton put 2 characters on. This throw is short. Yeah. There it is.
Tommy Doom is saying at Gen Con, Dr. Doom, or we riot. True. Ooh, Ooh, Zombie, first time chatter. Welcome, Zombie. Glad you're joining us. But with a negative response, thinking we're not getting nothing. Got nothing,
No,
no. Wow.
not a bada bing.
Zombie. Big hit at parties. Good old Zombie Inc. Just kidding, pal.
But I mean, it's easy to, like, we've been spoiled for several years with
Sure.
a breakneck release
Yep.
schedule.
Yep.
And there are still a lot of things being discovered among year-old cards.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
there are so many gems to find, so many things to explore.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right. So he did end up finishing his activation by throwing Iron Man off the point. Not that that really matters too much as far as the scoring concerned. And it looks like it is 7 points Deaton to 5 on Longhiver side. Not a high scoring game, despite all these secures.
No, definitely not. It's looking like this will at least go to round 5. And with only 12 minutes left on clock for Longhiver, this may very well be a game that ends
On clock.
with the clock.
Yeah. Yeah, because the score is not very high, nor are they close to the end of round 6. Right, Deaton decides to move the researcher because he owns it a bit closer to his own evac point.
Yeah, but not within one of Iron Man there. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was just an oversight, or maybe there's some kind of a plan.
And then Deaton has priority, so he's deciding to start with Dr. Voodoo, who's moving up screen. Voodoo moving once, and I guess second time to score a point relatively safely.
Keeping the Brother Daniel token on Lizard, making it as hard as possible to get killed. It's his job now.
Yeah, exactly. It's just scoring points.
So, and now the clock of Longhiver is ticking.
Longhiver. I love it. Did you take a foreign language in school apart from English?
I did. That's standard from what's standard from fourth grade actually. I took Spanish, which was a mistake.
Why is that?
Sorry, you Spanish people. I would have had way more use out of German or French, given the line of work I have elected to pursue.
I see. Interesting.
But at the time, I was reasoning that Spanish is the biggest language out of these 3. Obviously, it's the best choice because it's the more people speaking it, the more
I can use it.
Probability you get to use it. Except most of those people are on the other side of the globe, but hey.
Well, you're ready then, in case you have to make a big shift in your life.
Yeah. Whereas Germans are next door.
Yeah. What did your wife take?
She took French.
French. Is she any good at it still?
That doesn't mean she knows French.
Okay. Mike E. Gen Con is in early August. This is where we're going to get the Mike DeLuca Ultimate Encounter, as well as nothing, according to Zombie. All right, who is this? Black Cat? I keep saying that. Is it Black Widow?
Black Cat, Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Girls dressed in
The
tight
girls.
black clothing with long moves, staggering people, and
Rob Reed from Ireland is asking about my big event. Yes, not this Saturday, tomorrow, but the Saturday after, the 29th, is our big 32-person team tournament. Not team tournament, just a normal tournament, but it's a UK regional event that's happening. We got lots of prizes to give away. Super excited about it. There's a strike happening, which is kind of annoying as far as transportation is concerned, but I'm hoping most people will still be able to manage it. And after that, the next big event that I'm aware of is not until the end of September, which will be the York Weekender, the autumn edition of the York Weekender. That happens the 29th of September through the 2nd of October. So a bit of a quiet one. We'll do another event in London in August. We have our regular tournament in August. And then one in September, I think, too. But just regular tournaments. All right, so that was Kingpin going into Black Widow, doing a fair amount of damage, 3 out of 4 hit points, and then throwing her.
Like that was Hail to the King.
Yeah.
Throwing her short into Iron Man.
Yeah.
He needs to. Yeah. So that was a 2-minute activation. 3 minutes even.
If you're going to the York Weekender in September in the chat, please do give a shout out to the York Weekender. Let everybody know that you'll be there so you can maybe meet up with some of your virtual friends in real life. Mike E is running it. Thank you, Mike. And Red Coddle will be there.
Thing of note is I think we just saw Brace for Impact getting played when Black Widow was thrown.
I was wondering why she didn't take that final hit point to get dazed. So good job on using that card. Black Widow then decides to use her activation to move on to the point where Kingpin is neutralizing it. So nobody owns that point now.
Question now on everyone's lips is, will we get to see a Helios laser this game?
Yeah, right.
As things stand, it doesn't seem necessary.
No. And so Longhiver is up.
Yep.
And he's
below
got
8 minutes on the clock now. Hurry.
Looking to see what he can do with Lizard. Is one key piece.
Scoring 11 VPs in 7.5 minutes is certainly painful.
He's going into Luke Cage. He's attacking Luke Cage. Yep. Doesn't look like he's going to do much damage.
No. Nope. 4 dice physical into 4 dice physical with damage reduction. But hey, MCP dice.
B dice.
We've seen it before.
Laser going into Luke. Second time, also failing. It is going really down the tubes now for Longhiver. Even the dice have abandoned him.
Yeah, when the scoring runs away on you, you start having to do gambles, and then if the dice then don't give you the amazing results you needed, then it can really look like you're making poor decisions. It can make it look like you're playing worse than you actually are.
Yeah.
So that is something to bear in mind.
Iron Man moving forward onto the Researcher and then attacking Lizard, probably to try to push him away most of all. Gets the trigger, so that's Lizard being pushed away into irrelevance.
He was already possessed, so I think.
Curtis
or
Connors.
Was the token? No, the token is still there. So old Curtis gets no courtesy.
And back over to Longhiver. He's going to activate Black Cat. Actually, Black Cat this time.
So how many points will Deaton score this round? Looks like he's quite capable of scoring 5, at least. Whereas Longhiver does not have any healthy characters that can score. Whereas basically all of Deaton's characters are healthy, so the tides have turned on the scoring advantage. So yeah, this is a point where Deaton can simply just outmaneuver Longhiver. He does not have to make any attacks, he just have to position his characters in the right spots to secure points.
All right, that means what?
Black Cat could move up. No, she does not have the power to Troublemaker.
No. Black Cat's left to go, and Sam Wilson.
Yep. And Sam has enough power for a charge.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or he could just double move, stand on the same point as Black Cat, and score it by force of being healthy.
Yeah. Yep.
So that would mean a 6-point score this round for Deaton, and a 1 point for Longhiver.
Yeah. Oops.
So 13-6. That's
oh no, he's going to attack.
Something.
He's charged and attacked her.
It's charged and attack. Yeah. Yep. Simply because why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Good hit. Wow. Wow. Black Cat saves 1, but he hits for 4, so she's going to take 3 out of her 5 hit points.
Ooh.
And gets pushed off the point for her troubles.
He can push her in such a way that she ends up within 3 of Lizard, so that he gets the ricochet. Not that he needs to do damage to Lizard, but having extra power is always nice.
The ricochet happens after the push? Oh, that's awful. Man.
You get to choose.
Yeah. Sam should be 5 threat.
Whichever benefits you the most.
F in the chat if you think Sam should be 5 threat. For heaven's sake. Come on. F. Ooh, a lot of Fs. 12 threat. Ooh, 5 Fs.
Well, Taskmaster is sad that he has the worst shielding in the game now. Well, he has had that for quite a few years now.
Wow, Deaton goes from 7 to 13 points. He earned 6 points in that round, whereas Longhiver only earned 1. And now he's moving the researcher even further away from the action. And that leaves Longhiver with priority and 5 minutes left on the clock. Last round, I suspect.
I suspect that too.
Game is called.
Game is called.
Game's called. Yep. All right, everybody. If you got questions, please do put them in the chat. And Huggy Bear, I'll see you over there. All right. I was able to disconnect without Discord restarting for some bizarre reason. Here we go.
Made it so that I was in position that when all that other stuff happened.
Hello.
What do you do, right?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Norbert and Huggy Bear. Thanks for letting us stream your game. You guys there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we are. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks again. Really fun watching this game. We got a lot of people here joining us tonight, so thank you for delivering such a wonderful game to watch in the quarterfinals here of the season 11. Let's start with you, Longhiver. You are one of the Shark Tank people. How long have you been playing?
About a year, since just like pretty much after the pandemic started playing. I discovered the nice Shark Tank community in Montreal. A lot of great people who are spending a lot of their time to teach new players to play. And I think that's how I got to be able to be here today.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I heard a lot of great things about that group, which is awesome. And slightly disappointed that your accent isn't outrageously French today. Can you ham it up for us a little bit? Come on.
I will try to speak the French like that, but that's too much French. That's across the ocean. That doesn't count. Yeah.
You are a francophone, though. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, kudos. Thanks. Thanks for indulging me on that one. So, tell us a little bit about these crises when it came up. The number of secures plus research stations seems like Kingpin's ideal situation. How were you feeling going into this, and what difference did it make that Deaton pulled a 15th threat choice on you?
I was hoping for a higher threat that would allow me to bring maybe some more of these big rocks in my in my roster. But I think I was okay with it till Voodoo pulled them some great magic and like fucked everybody up.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it for me. But yeah, no, it was a great match. But coming in, I knew that Jacob is a better player than me for sure. So the challenge was really big.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah.
So
I have a side question for that.
Yeah.
When it was clear that you were going to play 15 points, given that your roster is double affiliated, did you feel that the crises and the points level made you stretched for options? Or did you feel like it was a strength that you had the option to go either way, so to speak?
Well, honestly, I'm usually the Sam is only there for pay to flip and or Malekith. That's my response to that. And I rarely look into the Avengers when I'm playing anything else than pay to flip or against pay to flip or Malekith. I was pretty confident. Like I knew that I would have the advantage as long as I could keep my character healthy for scoring. And I think that was a challenge too. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, Jacob, but like it was like everybody was in the middle for a reason, right? We had to do a lot of
Yeah.
math and puzzling for that. But yeah, so I don't think it was like either like a problem or an advantage for me. I just kept to my game plan and playing Kingpin in these kind of scenarios. Yeah.
People are asking, though, why did you bring Black Cat along today?
It's unfortunately my only 3-pointer
Yeah.
affiliated with my roster, so that's why she was in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But she's a long mover, and I was hoping for that. Like I was able to do. Did you push me at the first round? No, I was. So I wanted to have like a long mover on both sides. That way, I knew that I was able to at least steal one of these 2 points for sure right off the bat at round 1. So she wasn't ideal, but she was. I knew that she would be able to do some more. Yeah.
Did you were you worried about Hulk being brought into the game, or was that not?
No, not at 15 point. I think that would have been like he would have been able to clean a lot of things, but having 6 point into such a large scoring scenario, I don't think it would have been the ideal, and he didn't bring it for sure. So yeah.
Okay. And so was it the incredible round that Dr. Voodoo came? Is that, would you say, is the lynch point of the game, or was it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was it. I mean, there's no. I tried to come back. I tried to do some damage, and like from that point on, I had to start trying to daze and or kill some of these figs. And when you have to do that against Sam leadership, it's pretty bad as well. So it was like a bad situation in every cases.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, that turn and like we had the voodoo. We had also Sam days, and Kingpin was not able to block a single point from whatever he was thrown at him. So I had like 3 character days that turn. It was like that was it.
Yeah.
I don't think like the dice would have had to spike in my favor a lot more in the other rounds for me to be able to come back from that.
Yeah. Is there anything that you could think of that you wish you had done differently during this course of this game?
Good question. I'm not really good. I don't have a very good memory.
Yeah, me and you both.
Yeah, so I'm not able to come back that much into what I did. I think that I did pretty much the best I could have done with the skill I have right now. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, look, you made.
What point? Because you had such a great opening round.
Yes.
At least it looked as though you were gonna take a really big lead. But at what point did you start to feel like this is starting to look bad?
Oh, it's a voodoo thing, right? He came in, spy days, like he was like that was it. And I was really happy that he had to use Avenger in the first round. That was a really big score for me. Like I knew he was able to cancel it out in the first round, but forcing him to use Avenger that assembled that early into the game was really a good call for me, because I was not planning to do a lot of damage and like having him use his leadership that much. But that voodoo round, that second round, that was just impossible to foresee and impossible to respond to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Longhiver, what about clock? Clock was a major consideration. We were all eyeing it up quite heavily. I mean, it felt like a war machine game actually with it when it came to the death clock getting close town. Have you ever come this close to clocking out, or is this something new?
No, that's not something new. I'm not like a totally new player, but I'm not like a super experienced player, so I do take a lot of times during my turn. So yeah, no, I was okay, and I think we made a couple of mistakes during the
Sure.
but I'm used to that. I'm used to playing slow. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm asking is have your other games come this close to the end of the clock?
We've never used the clock for some reason. Like we always have like schedule problems or kids were in the way, and like for my last game we didn't use the clock because my opponent had his kids at home for some reason. He forgot it was like a school off day or a camp off day or something like that.
Okay.
So I allowed, like we said, like we were not going to use the clock because that would be too hard on him and stuff like that.
I see.
So it was my first actual league game with the actual clock today. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Interesting. So how did you find it working under the clock?
I prefer it when it's a real clock. It's like Vodka made a comment about this. I think we both, me and Jacob, forgot to clock it a couple of times because it's the virtual thing.
Yeah.
But I actually like playing with a clock. I think it's more challenging, and the pace of the game is it's better that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Any questions, Huggy Bear, before we switch over to Jacob?
Now I'm really curious to hear about the Avengers Assemble move and what went through Jacob's head there.
Yeah,
because that was I think that was really cool.
Yeah. So let's start though. Deaton, first of all, congratulations on the big win, big accomplishment, quarterfinals of season 11.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
What I failed to ask before, is this the first time you've been in the eliminations of a TTS league?
No, I made it a couple times, and I lost to Pat a few seasons ago in the semifinals. So now that he's gone, look out. No.
This is your moment.
He's letting the rest of us have a chance. So I'll make sure to say thank you.
Okay, cool. So look, when you saw the crises being pulled, did you feel like the choice of 15 was the only saving grace out of that horrific situation, or was it okay?
Yeah. No, it's atrocious. I mean, Scoundrels is good. I'm fine with Scoundrels into Kingpin, especially going second. But when Researcher comes up, it becomes a lot harder because one of the now 5 points is now basically worth 3.
Yep.
And the way these new CS rosters are built, I like high points, but they like it, I think, better. Especially when Researcher's in the center of the table. So I knew I had to go 15, knowing that he's got to play something like this to be 5 wide, and if he's 4 wide, I think I'm okay, because that means he has to try and kill me with like Ulik. So it's not what I wanted to see, but I'm not like, it's the worst pull out of, I think, the collective group of the way it came up, but it's certainly playable, mostly because I'm going second on all of this,
right?
So
that
helps to make it all right.
And the reason why it's all right is because you have a lot of movement out of activation movement capabilities. So going second allows you to throw people off stuff. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, but 15 was crucial, actually, choosing 15 threat.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I pick 20 there, I just lose the game. I can't deal with Ulik and Rhino and whatever else gets brought in. And like Hulk isn't enough because it typically will cost me like Voodoo, or I have to play Toad, like, to be wide enough. So 15 coming up is good, but I'm not sure what's going on in the mod. I'm gonna say this publicly, that Researcher comes up way too often. I feel like every game I watch where it's in a roster, it's played. I don't know what's happening there, but no, I mean, it's fine, right? Like, it is what it is. But yeah, 15, I just have to pick the lower threat.
All right. Well,
of
I'm
whatever comes up.
looking forward to Chewy's reaction to that statement on your next episode of the Danger Room.
I don't want to get him started, but
Yeah. Oh, you got a lot of fans in the chat on that one. Like, and your roster then. This seems like a fine roster at 15. Are you happy with these choices?
oh yeah, this is a great roster at 15. Avengers can play kind of whatever. I mean, Widow's just such a fantastic secure sitter, and then Voodoo's sort of, if you can put Voodoo in the game, you do it. I mean, he's insane. Like this game, he spiked and it was what it was. But
Well,
even if he doesn't do that,
Yeah.
like he just controls these secure games, and if the extra, I mean, he's just so good that 15's fine.
yeah. I mean, yeah, he clearly spiked and did a lot of work there, obviously. But the fact that you just threw the research, brother Daniel on Lizard the entire game just was crippling.
Yeah, the dice went so well for me, like that nobody else really mattered because they were all dead or dazed, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like the leadership's just gone. So it made it like I'd never had, once it was on there, I didn't have to make a choice about do I keep it on there or whatever. I just have to not let Voodoo die immediately, and then I know where it's going to be for most of the rest of the game, and it just worked out that I was able to do that. So
Right. And so, Huggy, you had your question about the Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, I think that move was really cool. It looked as
Very
though the middle point was in the bag for Longhiver, at least from our end. Tell us about that move. Was it something that you done before? What did you plan for it, or was it something you came up with on the fly?
so it's definitely something that's in the, like, it needs to be happening quite frequently, I think, with Kingpin on the Researcher, especially it's just to keep those bodies on. I can pile them in, but that lets him like know that Black Cat like needs to be in the middle, because when Black Cat ran to the back, if she runs to the middle, my assemble doesn't matter, right? And so assembling turn 1 to keep it 3-0 instead of 6-1, I think it would have been, or something, maybe even 6-0.
Yeah,
like
6-1.
I can't go down. I lose the game. Right. So it's definitely something I was on the lookout for. But the car made it super awkward. And I think I just got lucky that everything fit nicely in the package there. And then but yeah, if Iron Man, I was really hoping he'd roll that wild, because I do that a lot to take early leads. Is I'll like walk up, shoot somebody with get the wild, and then assemble onto the point when they think it's like locked up and tied. So, but again, on this, you have to do everything you can to not let Kingpin run away early. Is what he's so good at, and it just kind of fell into place.
Yeah, because if he wins the Researcher round 1, it goes into onto his side of the table. That is like a real paradigm shift with the crisis change. I've noticed that usually people just move the Researcher forward towards the opponent's evac point and made it a brawl, but now most people seem to be moving it backwards to force the opponent to come into you.
Yeah, the action economy loss would have been insane if I had not assembled, or if I assemble and it doesn't fit, then and he wins it, I'm in a lot of trouble there.
Yeah, and then during the following turns, there were a number of times when we were on the edge of our seats, pondering whether you would trigger Heroes for Hire. There were a number of occasions where you could have done it. What were your considerations for when to use it? And did you consider popping it at an earlier point than you did?
Yeah, a ton of times. The biggest one, especially once Kingpin sort of went down, the considerations, like him and Black Cat having so much power, is like, do I need to avoid Voodoo Stagger? Do I need to stop Kingpin from like just obliterating Voodoo?
Yeah, that was one particular time, because we noticed that you just accepted the stagger on Voodoo, which is, well, fine, but yeah, interesting to hear your reasoning there.
Yeah, I have to protect Voodoo enough for long enough that he like is down for multiple rounds, because you don't count for 2 and you don't count. And so it was just then looking at how do I, at that point it becomes, do I use it for control to keep whatever bodies he has left off of points? And then Sam just, it sort of worked out the math that Sam was on 1 and okay, here we go. Removing bodies mid activation is insanely strong. So.
Yep. One of the chatters, I'm Just Better, is asking, was there anything you worried about Longhiver doing that he ended up not doing?
I mean, the biggest thing was the cat run turn 1 into the middle.
Yeah.
Like, the car was in a really bad spot for me to where, like, if he's piling bodies on the middle, I actually just can't score. And, like, so if he scores 1 back point, the middle, that's 4 points. And if he does that for 4 rounds, cool. And if he puts 3 or 4 bodies on there, I'm in a lot of trouble. And so I think me not fitting and him fitting made it. I was really nervous about that cat activation, but
we were wondering what you had control of which board edge to play off of. Why did you put it the way you did?
I wanted protection like on the trucks and stuff to hopefully stop the like the double moves like from cat. I didn't want him double moving into my spot on both sides. I was like, I think I can block points here. But the way he deployed was like perfect it didn't matter. And so yeah, I don't know. It ended up being a pretty bad choice for me.
Because of the car in the end, in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool. Anything else, Huggy Bear?
No, I just want to say thanks a lot for a really interesting game with a lot of tension and strategy. So was a great watch.
Absolutely. It was loads of fun to say. And first of all, Longhiver, I wanted to congratulate you as well. Getting to the quarterfinals in a hyper-competitive league like this that's global is amazing accomplishment. You should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you. I had a great time. And thank you guys for taking time to mediatize all of this and stuff like I said. It's really great. Yeah.
Great. I'm glad to hear that. And Deaton, it's fantastic seeing you progress. This is your moment. You're getting into the semifinals once again. Things are narrowing down. Just 2 more games to go.
I know, it's exciting. No, but thank you, Longhiver, for the game. It was a great. It's Kingpin is always a stress, and so being able to play a good game was good.
All right. Thank you, man. Good luck for the rest of the run.
Thank you.
All right.
Excellent. So just thank you to everybody who was chatting with us tonight. It was a really active chat tonight. Really fun to have you all along with us tonight. And we really enjoyed it. Good to have you, Huggy Bear, taking you back out of your holiday bliss for this one game tonight. It was really fun to have you again.
This is not work. It's all play.
So I'll invite you back to your family and to your summer holiday, and we'll see if we stream. It always gets a little tougher as we go along because of the time zone issues for us. There's just 2 rounds left to go. We'll have the semifinals next week and then the finals right after that. And then we take off for August. Everybody has a break for August, and we'll be back with season 12 after that. But until the semifinals, this is Dr. Norbert and the Huggy Bear wishing you all a great night. Thanks, everybody, and good night.
Good night.